What's up YouTube, GV Trades here again for another day. Today's December 15th and I was able to secure my back-to-back 10K month basically. So I'll go over the trade that I actually took last night that secured the payout. So as you can see, my balance is back to, it was around 1.9 earlier, but I also took a dub just now as well, and we'll go over that trade as well. But yeah, I took I think 1.9k off for the 5 accounts, so close to 10k. But overall for December, my whole payout is basically I think 13 or 14k in total right now, including the alpha payout that I got last week. So, but anyways, I'll go over this trade right now. So you can see I took a 1 to 1.5 hour trade last night to secure the winning day. Basically, we edged the lows here, which was the previous daily low, and we also made an SMT with ES at this time. Where is it? Somewhere here. December 15. I'm way too far. Okay, somewhere here, yep, this one here. Okay. It's 1 to 5 minutes. I think it's gonna make more sense. Alright, so we made an SMT with ES right here. NQ took the lows back on December 12th, but obviously I was actually waiting for us to hit the previous daily low, which didn't happen. We edged it. So made an SMT right here, market open. Right here. So at this point, I'm just waiting for more confirmation that we're going to go back higher. Because technically we have more liquidity to the upside, and we edged the lows. So at this point, I went on the 1 minute chart on NQ. So we'll get rid of this chart here. And I was just looking for a continuation basically. So I was looking to catch the next leg upwards. So as you can see, we're making right here this leg, and then boom, I entered off for this leg right here. Stop loss just below the previous leg, and take profit was obviously around here. It's like 1.5 hour. So yeah, this is more basically discretionary at this point. And that's how I won my winning trade last night, and then I took a payout, and then I got the accounts back right away, and I waited for NY session to trade these accounts. But let me go over the next trade that I took, which was on the alpha accounts. I also took a dub last night during London session, so I'll go over this trade. So as you can see, we're still trending higher and higher. And we somehow edged this 4 hour gap, which was my main target as well. So at this point I was in the 5 minute chart, and I'm pretty much just waiting for I was waiting for a really nice displacement candles that would, you know, bring us to the upside, and we were also in this range. Somehow I was waiting to see if we're gonna break out of the range to the downside, because we also had this 1 hour gap that was holding us right here. So around 3 o'clock, 3:35, that's when I entered. I believe I entered off the 1 minute chart, but yeah, I entered off with this guy here. Stop loss just below here, which is around, you know, around the 1 hour gap, below the 1 hour gap. And I was targeting the 4 hour on top gap. I mean, I had to go higher than that due to the fact if I put my TP here, it's not going to be a 1-to-1. It's going to be a negative RR. So my break-even point was this guy right here. So that's where I went break-even, right here. So it's basically break-even within 5 minutes. And as you can see, it did retrace back and almost stopped me out to break even, but thankfully it just ripped to the upside. So yep, that's how I got my dub on the alphas. The 4-hour draw was my target. And then lastly, we'll just go over the trade that I took just now. I had to trail my stop loss actually. So first things first, we had this 15-minute gap right here, which we tapped into, and then we reversed off the market open. You see that? It just got rejected off of it. Boom, boom. And I think this one was a 15-minute gap as well, which we inversed. So at this point, I was just looking for a continuation to these lows here. This is London and Asia lows. They're pretty close to each other, so that was a pretty good draw. But I got break even on this trade. Basically, I saw this displacement candle, so I went for that. I took I think I went with 5 micros on this guy, and I got break even pretty quickly here. Within 3 minutes, break even trade. And as you can see, it did play out perfectly. I think I just went break even way too early, but my plan was to go break even on this low anyways, so gotta stick with the plan. That was a risk-free trade. Boom. And as you can see, we still keep on dropping to the downside. So at this point, I'm willing to take another trade to target the previous daily low, which is pretty close to getting tapped into. But anyways, after that trade, I entered off for this candle right here. Where did I enter off? This guy. This one right here. Risking about 60 points as well. So I went with like 4 micros for this one. And the target was the previous day low. I think it was somewhere here. I'm pretty sure my stop loss, my entry was around here. As you can see, we retraced again. I could have waited for the retrace, but and we were also in this 1 hour, I mean not 1 hour, 1 minute gap that we tapped into, and we pretty much, what's happening? We respected the 1 minute gap obviously, and we also inversed the 15-minute gap at this point, right here. That was a big inverse as well. So at this point, my break-even point was technically, I was waiting for the candles to actually tap into these lows again. So we tap into this low, so I went break-even right here. Went break-even right here. I think it's London lows. Yeah, I went break even on Asia lows actually. So this was my break even point. And as you can see, I almost got break even again on this trade. At this point, if I get break even again, I was pretty much done for the day. But we did not get break even. And we went all the way down. And at this point, I think we were already up like 1.15. So that's why I traded my stop to 1.1. Just in case. I mean, I'm not really trying to go for a big trade right now. I'm just going for a winning day. A simple winning day. At least a $500 winning day, since I'm still risking $500 on the top step, and then the alpha I'll be risking $750. But yeah, those are my trades for the day. Pretty good way to start the week, especially with the payout as well. So, and we do have a bunch of news coming in the week. We got CPI on Thursday. Hopefully that doesn't get cancelled somehow. Somehow it says tentative, so we'll see. But I don't think I'll trade the CPI candle this time. I definitely got screwed that one time. I think last month. I lost like the my topstep XFA since I gambled the SCPI candle. But yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow again. Peace out.